We started this project 10 years ago, or rather Geir started this project 10 years ago, all in his head to start with.
I started the development of the new volume control in EC5 approximately 10 years ago, because we wanted a volume control that could be 100% implemented in the ampliwire topology that we base our amplifiers on. The volume control has 1000 steps with 0.1 dB resolution over most of the range. The maximum gain with the volume set to top is plus 20 dB.
We don't come up with products every year. We're a small company and things take time, but when we do, we want the product to really make an impact, not just an updated something. It has to be a brand new, fantastic product, at least in our own eyes and hopefully for the rest of the world as well. And this is what we try to do with this one. We spent 10 years preparing for the project and 3 years actually developing it. One of the things we wanted to do was to make a preamplifier that fits within the range of our new amplifiers. All our amplifiers are named AW. The AW stands for ampliwire. That's the name we've given our topology and the way that we make amplifiers. To make that same topology in a preamplifier is technically quite difficult, especially the volume control needs to be made in a very special way to make it work. And we spend a lot of time and energy making that happen. And of course, when we do that, it's not just to solve a technical challenge. We also wanted to make this volume control something special. And Geir has done a fabulous job by making something that we believe is quite unique.
EC5 has 3 layers inside. The bottom layer is control, all digital hardware and power supply, transformers. Above that you have all the analog circuitry. So all the analog circuitry is totally shielded from all the digital electronics in the bottom. The third layer is the input cards with the input selector and input circuitry. In Electrocompaniet, we have a topology we have named ampliwire. The ampliwire topology has an input section and an output section. The input section, where the volume control sits, kind of shields the output section. The ampliwire topology has very low open loop gain, because you don't need a lot of open loop gain to lower the distortion to very low figures. With low open loop gain, you don't need hard compensation. It's very easy to compensate the circuitry, the negative feedback loop. And we also don't need hard compensation that reduces speed in the circuitry. You end up with a very stable circuit which does not influence the signal at all. It's very stable with whatever load you put on the output.
It's quite a physically large unit. We wanted to do that because of the way it's constructed and of course to show the statement of the really big amplifier. It's got 4 balanced inputs, 2 unbalanced inputs, 3 balanced outputs and 2 unbalanced outputs, as well as all the other things you need, like external infrared connector if you want to do that, remote control. It's got a trigger in and outs, etc. And of course, the reintroduction of the big volume control that Electrocompaniet traditionally has had. Really like to reintroduce that to our product line. It's been asked for by many for many years, and now we finally bring it back. And of course, the big 7-inch display in the front can give you all sorts of information about input, volume, and also different things we can put in there at a later stage. And of course, at the right, we do have the standard navigational buttons for volume up and down and inputs. All Electrocompaniet products are fully balanced from input to output, including this one. So we encourage people to use balanced connections when we use our products to get the best out of our electronics.
The volume control is switching a lot of resistors so that the signal path is always one resistor. There's no change in path, whatever volume setting you have. So the signal path through the amplifier, EC5, only sees the input selector, 1 resistor in the volume control, and 1 resistor that controls the output signal, and that's all. The volume control has no distortion, generates no noise. The volume control is read by a magnetic sensor. It actually senses the rotation of a magnet on the wheel, and the wheel also has a damper on it, so you get this nice feel when you rotate it. The volume control has to fulfill many requirements. It has to fit into the ampliwire topology. It has to sort out common mode with rejection and also have no noise and no distortion added. And we also wanted an input selector without relays because the volume control is totally without relays at all. So to have a signal path without relays, we also had to develop a brand new input selector without relays. The EC5 is a dual mono construction. There are separate power supply and transformers for each channel. And the power supply for each channel has 3 to 4 regulators before feeding the output stage. It's a fully balanced design, including the volume control, from input to output.
Like all Electrocompaniet products, the EC5 is entirely made in Norway. The vast majority of our parts and electronics we either make ourselves or we source locally, either locally in this area or locally in Norway. And we're very proud of that fact, and we do everything, even from the smallest entry-level product we have all the way to the high-end products, everything we make ourselves.
In Norway we don't like to brag, but we're very happy with this product.